The first dream I remember having was I'm driving on the highway and I'm driving my SUV. And the weird thing is, it's like I'm making an instructional video or something because I was actually talking. I think it's being recorded somehow too, but I'm driving on the highway and it's like I'm talking to somebody or to the video and I'm explaining like how to drive on this specific highway, how you have to turn and how you have to speed and watch your speed and stuff. And even though I'm driving the car, I see myself from like an above angle. So it's like I'm in the car driving, but I'm also watching it from above, like almost like a track, like a racetrack or something. And it felt long too. It's like I'm driving for half an hour or a whole hour, and it's different highways, and I'm merging from like one road to another, and there's traffic around me, and some of them are like big roads, bridges, there's tunnels, I think. And at one point, it even seems like a water slide, like I'm going through a water slide tunnel in the car, and the car barely fits, like it barely fits inside this slide. And I just keep driving and I'm giving directions and instructions. So it's like an instructional driving video. And I don't know why, but I just keep talking and I'm driving. That's all I remember. It's just I'm just doing a bunch of driving and explaining how to drive while I'm driving. So that was one dream I remember having. And then another dream, I'm at a hotel, or it's either a hotel or a resort. And I'm with my wife and her friend, like a friend of hers or a best friend of hers. And I think it's late in the evening, and for some reason the three of us are, I think we're all actually naked. It's like we're getting ready for bed, but all of us are naked for some reason, but it's like it's normal almost. Like it wasn't a sexual thing. It was just like we were just naked for whatever reason. We had finished taking a shower or something and we're getting ready for bed, and we're just there. And I think we're unpacking, or like there's some suitcases we're unpacking or packing or something like that, and we're just laughing and joking around about stuff. But at one point, it's weird because I don't know if I make a mistake because it's almost like one of those comedy scenes where I walk up to, I think it's I walk up behind my wife's friend, I thinking it's my wife or something, and so I grab her ass or I slap her ass or something like that. But then I suddenly realize it's not my wife; it's her friend instead. So I don't know. That was weird. And then that's all it was, though. It was just us in the hotel room, getting ready, getting ready to go to bed or something like that. But we were just the rooms were like packed with so much stuff, like suitcases and boxes and stuff. It was like very overcrowded in this room, and that's all I remember from that dream. It was like a very short sequence for that one. And then another dream I had was I'm walking down the road. I don't even know where I'm going. I'm just walking down the street, and it's like the middle of the day, and I can't remember where. I'm just walking somewhere instead of driving. It's like I decided to walk, but I know it's a long distance too, and I know I have to walk for a long time. It's gonna take me like an hour to get somewhere. And as I'm walking down the street, I pass a bus stop, and one of my old friends from high school is there. He's just standing there, and I think I kind of give him a high five, or I try to shake his hand. I'm like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And he's like, "Hey," and I'm like, I kind of offer for him to walk with me or something, and he's just standing. I'm like, "Oh, are you?" I ask him, are you taking the bus?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm taking the bus." And I'm like, "Okay, cool, see ya." And that's it. Like, it's just I just walk past this friend that I haven't seen in years, and he's just waiting at the bus stop. And so I pass him, and I continue walking. And then I think I think it's been like a while that I've been walking, maybe for like half an hour or an hour already. And as I'm walking on the sidewalk, I suddenly kind of stop and I realize, like, it's so stupid. I realize that I'm gonna end up walking even longer for like hours and hours. I'm like, this is kind of stupid. What am I doing? I'm gonna have to drive where I'm going, because if I walk there, eventually when I get to my destination, how am I supposed to get back home or something like that? So I basically change my mind and I decide to go back home and take my car basically. So like I just wasted all this time walking a long distance, and I just realized it was stupid because I should have just taken my car in the first place. So I think I basically just kind of turned around and I started heading back home. That was it. That was a small, short little dream sequence with that, which was very weird. And then the last dream sequence I remember, I think I'm at home and someone's coming to my house to fix the attic. I think they're coming to, it's like a contractor. A contractor is coming to put insulation in my attic. So somebody knocks on the door. I go answer the door. And no, my brother's suddenly there at my house. And I go to open the door, but my brother's there and he's standing at the door and he's the one who opens the door first. And he didn't know these people were showing up because he was in the middle of shaving. He's got shaving cream like on his head, all over. It looks weird because it's all over the place. It's even on his nose. He's got like a big chunk of shaving cream on his nose, but he doesn't realize he has shaving cream on his nose. And so I get to the door and he's confused. He's like, "Why are these people here?" I'm like, "Oh, they're here to inspect my house, my attic. I need them to do some work." He's like, "Oh, okay." So I think my brother was just visiting me or something, and he's staying temporarily. And so I get to the door, and I think it's like an Asian family. The guy looks Asian, and he's with his wife. I think his wife works with, so it's like a couple who work together, and they do insulation and attic repairs. And they're very tall for like an Asian couple. I think they're like 6.5 feet tall or so. I noticed like they're very like tall and very skinny. And so the couple are so it's the husband and wife, and then I see an older Asian man who's bald. He's older and he's bald, he has no hair, and I think it might be the guy's dad or something. And so they're just kind of standing outside in the front of the house on the porch. And I invite the guy inside. And he comes upstairs and I'm trying to show him the entrance to the attic. And he's kind of ignoring me, even though I'm trying to talk to him. He's never been to the house. And I'm trying to explain to him where the access into the attic is and something like that. And he's kind of ignoring me and he's acting like he knows everything already. Like, "Oh yeah, this is that." And he's like trying to talk over me for some reason. And so I get to the entrance of the attic though on the second floor of the house. And suddenly I realize the hatch, like the door, the entrance into the attic is open. And my daughter's in there. My daughter's in there and she's younger. It's like she's a little kid, like a toddler. And she's been playing inside the attic. And I start freaking out because I realize she's gonna break the roof, like she's gonna puncture like a hole through the ceiling. But I also get paranoid because the attic it's all insulation, but it's like that old school. What do you call it? It's fiberglass. It's fiberglass insulation, and that stuff is obviously bad for the skin and irritating. And I think in my dream I realized like, oh my gosh, she's gonna get sick and she's gonna get like her whole skin is gonna get infected or something, and this stuff is like cancer causing. She's gonna be like, I just start freaking out. I'm yelling at her to come out of the attic, and she's kind of ignoring me and like crawling around, like almost like the way a baby crawls around. And she's just going back and forth. I keep like telling her to come towards me. So she finally does come towards me, and I grab her. And I think at one point her foot goes through the ceiling, so there's like a hole in the ceiling, and her foot's like dangling out of the ceiling. And I managed to grab her, and I kind of pull her out of the attic, like the entrance to the attic, and that's all I remember. That whole dream sequence. That's all I remember from that dream. And then I think there were other dreams, but shit, yeah, I can't remember. That's all I can remember from my dreams.